What's good, y'all? Welcome to my first impressions for Ironheart. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I finally got to watch the first 3 episodes. I completely forgot the shit was dropping on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I was busy. Saturday, I was mostly busy until like around the end of the night where I finally had the time to finally sit down and watch the first 3 episodes. And honestly, man, it was really good, man. I thoroughly enjoyed these first 3 episodes. Now, the show's only 6 episodes, and we're getting the first 3 episodes this week, and then next week we're getting the last episode. They're literally dropping this, and I don't know if this is due to, like, I don't know if this release schedule was always planned for the show, or because of just the amount of the controversy. Not really. I mean, just the hate this show's gotten just from simply existing. Like, I wonder if that was like, we're just like, fuck this, we're just gonna drop it all in one go just so we can be done with the show. Honestly, you ask me, the hate for the show is so forth. Like, and I'm not saying this is some Riri fanboy or nothing, man, but like, I don't get why this show has contained such vitriolic, vehement hate online when, like, I feel like at worst, people would think the trailers look mid, when they've looked pretty good, man. Like, they don't even look pretty bad. There's nothing really that offensive in any of the trailers or in these 3 episodes. Yet so many people are just hating on this show like it's Captain Marvel or something, man. It's pretty insane, man. Like, I don't know if this is just baggage from Riri when she first debuted in the comics and everything, and all the controversy that had with her characters when she first got introduced and how she was introduced and all that. I don't know if this is residual effects still from that, or whatever the case may be, man, but it's just been weird to watch unfold. Just seeing, like, you know, how many people have been dissing on this show, really just based off, like, 2 trailers, man. It's pretty insane. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed Ironheart, man, from these first 3 episodes. Anyway, guys, let's jump right into the show. Stars Anthony Ramos, who you guys may remember I mentioned the trailer, so I looked familiar, but I couldn't figure out where it was. Transformers Rise of the Beast. He was the MC in that movie, man, so hopefully we'll see him in the G.I. Joe crossover film as well. Maybe directed by Michael Bay, because it's just got recently revealed he's going to be directing a new Transformers film, which obviously, as a fan of those movies, I'm obviously thoroughly excited for. So hopefully it's the G.I. Joe crossover, because I'm really excited for that. Shea Coulee, if I'm pronouncing this dude's name right, Dominique Thorne, Manny Montana, Lyric Rose, and many more. The plot of Ironheart is genius teenager inventor Riri Williams creates the most advanced suit of armor since Iron Man. Now, first of all, I gotta say the cast is over pretty good, man. Dominique was the one that was fantastic in what we saw of her in Wakanda Forever. She's great once again here, man. She also gets to do a lot more to do in this show, man, because obviously, it's her show. We get to a lot of serious moments with her, man. She's overall a great actress, man. And yeah, I've been really enjoying her portrayal as Riri Williams. I look forward to seeing more of her in the last 3 episodes and whatever future appearance in the MCU she ends up making. So yeah. Anthony Ramos as the Hood, I thought he was pretty good as well. I'm not sure if the Hood is actually one of Riri's villains from her comics, because I don't read Riri's comics, or is just like an all-new original character for the show, or maybe like taken from like another superheroes Rose Gallery or whatnot, man. But I think he's interesting, man. I like the tattoos he's got in there, man. He's obviously his powers are magic based, and I like what we've seen of the Hood so far. And I'm curious to see what we'll see from the rest of the cast, man. The rest of the supporting cast I think was pretty good, man. My favorite was definitely Lyric Rose, who plays Natalie, the AI companion, Riri's AI companion based off her dead friend, as well as Joe. Joe is easily the highlight of the show for me, man. I fucking love Joe. He's my favorite supporting kid, and I hope he ends up becoming a mainstay for Riri's MCU escapades from now on, man. I love him. He's so much fun. I dig his character, man, and he definitely stole the show, man. So hopefully we see more of him in not only the last 3 episodes, but in like any other future Riri appearances, we get to see more of Joe, because I love Joe, man. He's a lot of fun. So yeah, he was great, man. I also think like the choreography of the fights was over pretty good as well, man. Nothing too crazy. It's obviously like Daredevil Born Again, nothing like that, man. But solid choreography, man. I think Riri's armor looks great, man. The CGI on it looks really good, and I like the cinematography when we see Riri's backstory, like the little bits of it, what happened with her best friend and Gary and whatnot, who I think is her dad. I'm not entirely sure if Gary is her dad, because like, I think he's her dad, but I'm pretty sure she also just straight up calls him Gary in a couple scenes, so I'm not entirely sure what the situation with him is, because you guys know I don't Riri. So please, to any Riri fans that are actually watching this video, please, correct me and whatnot in the comments below. But I love the way that those little bits of the plot we get, which hopefully in the last 3 episodes we'll get like the full scene uninterrupted of whatever. Now, if you guys have known anything about Riri's backstory, you guys already know, but I won't get into spoilers for everyone that isn't familiar with Riri's backstory at all. But Yeah, I thought that was really cool, man. Like how it's shot, man. It definitely feels like something like a movie from the 2000s. How it's shot with like the yellowish filter, the intense film grain on, the shaky, disoriented camera work, man. It reminded me of a movie like The Man on Fire. If you guys have seen that film from '04, starring Denzel Washington, man. If you haven't seen Man on Fire, fantastic movie. Go watch it. It's filmed very much in that same style, man, which I really dig, man. Which was a nice, pleasant surprise to see. I also loved like Ruby's overall characterization. This movie, like I love like she's obviously very jokey and whatnot, man. And I dig her jokes. I dig her sense of humor, and I dig her overall personality. But I love how like when we saw this a little bit in the trailer, when the Hood's crew eventually wants to bring her into the group, they have her do a job interview, which is obviously having to defuse like this gas, like this bomb or whatever, this thing that's releasing gas in there. She has to break out of it in order to like succeed. And like she does the whole thing where she breaks out of it, and then when like welcome Riri Williams, she's like, the fuck is wrong with you? This is illegal, and when they eventually offer her job, she's like, nah, fuck this. But of course, eventually, they do convince her to stay with like how much money they offer her, man. But I thought that was pretty fun, man, and like very realistic to probably something that actually happened. If you had to go in a job interview into some sketch, with some sketchy group, man, they had to like defuse a bomb or something, or do something like this to save her that could easily kill you, man. I'd be like, nah, fuck this. So I really appreciate it, man. That was like, yeah, that got a good chuckle out of me. With that whole scene, man. The soundtrack overall was pretty good as well, man. From the songs you've heard, from the end credits theme as well, and the other insert songs they put in there, man. Soundtrack for the show is great, man. Now, one thing I will say in terms of flaws, Hammond, I do wish this show did focus on. We did get at least some focus on Riri in MIT, because I think we got a little bit of that in Wakanda Forever. But I really wish they focused more. Like we at least got an episode of her in MIT, because we see I would love to see more of her counselor that she's with, man. Her teacher that definitely seems like he's a bit of a hard ass, man. Is also kind of a local, kind of gives bitch energy, kind of low key, man. Like that type of teacher you would see in a film or show, man. That just that just looks like the dude that's like a total pusher, but is very annoying and whatnot, man. But very much a hard ass. I don't know if I'm splitting this all right, but it kind of reminds me of that vibe. And I really like what we saw of her in MIT and the little bits of it we got to see in the first episode. I also wish the entire episode was like that before she ends up getting expelled. Because I would have loved to spend more time with this cat. Like, who are some of her friends at MIT? What are the things she does at MIT? Her interacting with her teacher, her interacting more with her counselor. That got her like the start internship and whatnot, man, which I believe is what happened. I might be wrong though. I really wish they focused more on that, man, because I liked the way we saw those characters in that first episode, and I really wish they continue more on. Though, interestingly enough, one thing I do wonder if this was meant to be like a sort of like callback sort of thing back to the comics, because you guys remember one of the most controversial aspects of Riri and her origins was the whole thing of her demanding her teacher to be racist to her so she could use that as fuel to become better, man. It's a dumb moment. It's been memed and crucified to hell and back, deservedly so, because it was a stupid moment. But there's a part in the first episode where after she gets called in by one of the teachers as well as by one of the teachers and her counselor because she blew some stuff up with like one of her experiments or whatnot, man. She says all you people want me to do is make me small, and then she's like, that's a crock of shit, and it, or something along those lines, which I thought was like funny. I don't know if that's meant to be like a nod or sort of like rewrite of that scene from the comics or whatnot, man, but it definitely reminded me of that scene from the comics. But yeah. Super short review, man. There really isn't a lot to talk about with this show, man. Plus, Toonami's about to start, if I'm being honest. It's like 11:42 right now. But yeah, man, I thoroughly enjoyed what we saw of Ironheart, man. Looking forward to seeing the last 3 episodes, and I'm excited to see what they got going on with the Hood, man, and like what Riri's final armor is gonna look like and everything. Man. But yeah, great stuff, man. I love what they did with Joe, and the reveal we get about his Joe character in the 3rd episode, man, was a big surprise to me and a pleasant one that I really like. That hopefully they'll continue more on that one, expand on that a little bit more in the last 3 episodes at all. Overall, guys, I give these first 3 episodes an 8.5 out of 10, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe for new. Follow me so if you feel like it. Links are source below. And as always, go out for more. See you guys next time.